All right. So hopefully you have finished the first assignment about just continents and oceans, that practice. And now we're going to move on to what should, again, hopefully be some review. But we're really going to get into just a small lesson on how is the world, how is it set up? So we established that there are seven continents, right? Four oceans, but a fifth, really, you have the Southern Ocean now. And what I really want you all to review is how do we divide up that land? Because North America, for example, right here, that's a really large landmass. It's not just North America, it's divided up. So all of you should be aware that all of the continents, with the exception of Antarctica, are divided up into countries. Countries are political units. They are determined by politics, by governments, right? There are clear borders. In North America, for example, you see the United States, Canada, Mexico, and then a lot of the smaller countries in Central America that just, for some reason, this map is missing a label for those countries, which it shouldn't be. So you have countries, but countries are divided further. For example, in the United States, they're divided up into states. We have such a big country geographically that when our government was formed, the founders, they wanted local control as well as national control. So you have states. Other countries like Canada, there's provinces, but it helps with the governing process among other things. So we live in the state of Ohio. And then hopefully all of you are aware that in the case of the United States of America, our states are divided further into counties. You hear a lot about counties right now, weather, for example, weather warnings, things like that are typically issued by county. One of the hot topics, right, is coronavirus. So in the state of Ohio, we have a county map that shows, cases of COVID-19, for example. So we all, right now, we go to school, you all live in Lucas County. So here's a map of Lucas County. And Lucas County can be divided even further into cities and townships, towns, other things like that. And you could even go on from there. You have your neighborhoods, you have your homes. But that's a bit like a crash course in how the world is divided. So from here, we're going to try our first self-checking Google form. So you are going to notice a Google form that is posted in the classroom that should look something like this. Anything with an asterisk is required, so you want to enter your email address. If you ever struggle to find your email address, find your circle. And by circle, I'm talking about your little, I can't think of what it's called, your picture, and that'll give you your email address. For example, mine is Jessica Bennett at springfield-schools.org. Your first and last name. And then I'm going to ask you some questions about continents, countries, states, counties, and so on. But the answer to those questions can be found right in the question. So for example, the first question you'll see says continents are large natural landmasses. They are physical regions on the Earth's surface. In the United States, we learn about 7 of them: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. What is the name of the continent that we live on? So hopefully from your continent and ocean practice, you now know this. You have to type in your answer. So this first one, I'm going to give it to you because you should already know it, right, is North America. But you want to be really careful. Your spelling, you have to spell things correctly. So let's say you know it's North America, but you accidentally spell it wrong. You're going to hit next, and it's going to say, oops, check your continent, check your spelling, check your capitalization. It's not going to let you move on. So you have to go back. Okay. North America. Next. Whoops. I'm trying to show you guys this, and I didn't answer the required question because it's not going to let you go on without a required question answered. Okay, so I type in North America. Hit next. It still won't let me go on, though. If you're really paying attention, you would notice that North America is not capitalized. So it's really sensitive. You have to have correct spelling and capitalization. But the good news is you can always Google spelling. You hit next, and now you did it all right. So it moves on to the next question. Your next question says countries are a human invention. They have borders or imaginary boundaries that were determined by people. Usually, governments create boundaries through agreements with the governments of other countries. This makes them political regions. The three largest countries in North America are Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Which one do we live in? Again, your answer, make sure that your spelling is right, capitalization is on point, and it will let you move on to the next question. I'm going to stop my recording here. But again, you can use Google Read and Write if you want the rest of this form read to you. If you're struggling, please let me know, and I will see you for one more video.